There are people in town, men, crazy people in town, eating bread and butter and honey and drinking black coffee cola. They believe we are wild, men, they believe we are wild, just because we don't use any money and we drink no coffee cola. But if you could go and see how they live, then you discover how savage they are, so much wilder than we. There are people in town, man, we are people in town, eating bread and butter and honey and drinking black coffee cola. Money is what they like most, money is what they like, and people who have plenty of money belong to high society.
So we've got to get towards super, which means we get 2 orders.
Alright.
Alright, how do you want to lead by it?
Yeah, so
I reckon we just jump straight into it. Just
Yeah,
like, this
let's
is the
start
KrUzer model.
Yeah.
This model was made purely because I've been riding the Raptor for the last 2 years, and I kind of wanted to just make something of my own, pull the best bits from the Raptor, and create my own model called the KrUzer.
Yeah, and that's how we started. We started from the Raptor file, and then we started tweaking a few of the design elements. So,
What are they, the design elements that you have changed or
Yeah.
kept?
well, I guess the first thing, if we're looking at the bottom, we definitely refined the outline, and we refined the bevel quite a bit too. We dragged a little bit more foam out into the tail, which just gives you a longer, like, streamlined board, I suppose. We didn't change any of the tail rock or anything like that. That was working really well for you.
I think that was the main thing that I really liked from the Raptor, is this flat tail rocker. I think the one thing that I didn't like about the Spitfire model is that it just had way too much nose lift.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe the style of riding I'm doing or the foils that I'm riding, but the Raptor bottom profile, which we brought over to the KrUzer, it just suited my style of riding, and that's what I really gravitated towards.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think what I've learnt as well from SUP downwind and the downwind boards that you've been building lately is that I'm not scared to go narrow now. I think a lot of it you just benefit from. So I've noticed a lot in my riding from watching videos and stuff, my stance is offset, but I'm still nowhere near the rails. Mm-hmm. So I had a lot of real estate to pull in that outline, which I think is going to benefit the paddle power, which is one of the main things that we wanted to build with this model, is we wanted to build a prone board that just has ease of paddle.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's going to be a strong point on this model, I think. Guys are going to really love how it paddles into waves.
Yeah. I think also aesthetically you've done some really cool hips. You call them hips?
Yeah, we call them hips.
Yeah.
Or flyers. You know, we wanted to keep the volume where we really want it, and that's sort of up towards the front end of the board for paddling, without going too thick either.
Yeah.
But then that tail is really refined, so you're not going to have any issues with touchdowns or anything like that. Even though it's a longer board, you're still going to be able to roll it right over, and not worry about catches or anything like that.
I think, to be honest, I pulled a lot of inspiration from a Gerry Lopez Lightning board, the pipeline board.
Yeah.
Like it's got quite like the teardrop shape with these hips that pull into a nice pintail. This is definitely something that is not really on any of your prone boards yet.
It hasn't been yet.
No. So I think aesthetically it looks beautiful. I think for ease of paddling and maneuverability, like it's going to remove a lot of touch points and just create like a nice surface to kind of paddle into waves.
Yeah, we took a little bit of rocker out of the deck, but there's definitely still a concave there.
Yeah, that's something that
nice,
from the Raptor I really enjoy.
Yeah,
I just like that kind of that edge to pivot off.
Yeah,
It's only subtle, but it's enough to feel it.
yeah, it's still noticeably there. It's not a flat deck like some of the other models we've gone with.
Let's talk about this trademark design, trademark paint job.
Yeah, how about these grips?
So I really like the colour yellow, and Amos with his kind of sand through trademark design, he's kept that on the bottom, and what we've done is we've matched that yellow to a new trademark grip that is going to be defined knowing that you're going to be riding the KrUzer model.
That's right. Yeah. Definitely going to stand out. It looks nice and tidy. Yeah.
So what's the overall dimensions for this first one?
So this one let's have a quick look. We're 4.5, so it's a little longer maybe than what some guys might be riding at the moment. But we are narrow, so 17 3/4 at 25 litres.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably include a couple of extra lengths in the range eventually once we sort out what's going to work best for everyone.
I think like even though 25 litres does sound like a scary number, like on the lesser end of the scale, I think when you've got a design like this that's kind of focused on paddle speed and power, it really allows you to go that small literage.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I think after we created this model and found out how good this is for releasing from the water and paddle speed, we thought, why don't we beef this up into what people are calling now mid-length, and create a board that's specifically for foil drive.
Yeah, that's right.
And do you want to talk about the lengths that you've made for that next one?
Yeah, so I think we tried with a we did a 5.4.
Yeah.
I think we'll play around with volumes and lengths there, but I think it'll be that sort of 5.0 up to 5.6 range possibly.
Yeah.
And then we'll just find the best balance points there for them. But yeah, definitely with a foil drive in mind, it'll be something that should gel together really well.
Yeah, and even like after seeing the shape yesterday, it looks like this board could be a hybrid of a lot of things. It could be a small wing board, it could be a mid-length prone board, it could be a foil drive board.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty versatile, I think.
Yeah. We'll keep that outrun relatively narrow in comparison to a lot of wing boards out there, but I think it'll cross over really well.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Amos. No, I'm excited to see how this is picked up by the market and if people enjoy it. I know a lot of people love the Raptor, and this is just another model in the range that's really, I don't know, I think different to the rest.
Yeah, it is. I think it's different to what the trends are right now in prone foil boards particularly. But it came from a good place with you riding the Raptor, and hopefully we've just managed to improve a lot of things for this new model, and let's see how it goes.
Sounds good.